All right, welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to talk about the initial consultation with a divorce attorney. And this is obviously probably an intimidating meeting to have. I'm sure there's a lot of emotions and a lot of thoughts that go into actually having the ability to pick up the phone or send that email to schedule that call or that consultation with an attorney. So I just wanted to give a little highlight, give a little sample of what's actually discussed, what you would need to bring to a consultation, and maybe how to tell the story, how to prepare your story so that you can get the most out of a consultation. And different attorneys might do it in different ways, but me personally, usually it's a 30-minute consultation. We do charge for that 30-minute consultation. And so some attorneys, they'll have free consultations, and really that's an opportunity for you to kind of get to know them. They just kind of talk about their credentials and their experiences. But I want to make sure that if you took the effort to pick up the phone and finally call an attorney, that we take advantage of that time. So we make sure that in our consultations, or when I do a consultation, that maybe I give you some numbers, or maybe we identify the big issues in your case. So anyways, the way it would work is, you call, you email an attorney, probably their secretary, their paralegal is going to pick up. Most likely you're not going to talk to the attorney the second that you pick up the phone. They're going to schedule you for a 30-minute slot, maybe in a day or two. And really, before that day or two, you do want to fill out any intake forms, right? Those intake forms are going to be pretty simple. You shouldn't be asking for too much, right? They'll ask for your name, when you were married, how many children that you have, what are their ages, what do you do for work, what does your husband do for work, having a sense of maybe some of your bank accounts, the retirement accounts. Whatever information that you have at that time would be very helpful. Obviously, if you don't know, you don't know. And that's a lot of the things that I'm looking for initially in a consultation. If you haven't filled out the intake form, is getting those biographical things, and we can save a lot of time if those items are provided in advance. So a lot of people, they like to start the consultation by kind of telling their story. Okay, and we usually use the first 10 minutes for the client to use their story. Sometimes the client might not even feel comfortable sharing their story, and really they want me to take the lead, right? So maybe I'll take the lead and I start asking them questions. And what's interesting about the way that clients tell their stories and the way that I ask questions is we're looking for the opposite things, right? In the sense that when you come in for a consultation, what I am worried about, or what I'm thinking about, is what's going on right now, right? Where are the children? Are you guys living together? Are the finances being taken care of? Are there any issues that we have to worry about right now? And then I like to go backwards to kind of figure out how we got there. I understand that most clients, they start from, in 1990, we got married and this happened and that happened and that happened. But honestly, a lot of that is not going to impact the divorce itself. However, I do think that background is important to understand the motivations of different people. The next portion of the consultation is really me kind of explaining the law and how things work. If you've watched my videos, you probably have a very detailed understanding of the types of items that we talk about. But really what we're talking about are the 6 areas of concern, right? And we've talked about this in so many other videos. But I guess there's 3 major categories, and within them, there's 2 subcategories. Okay, so you have children, you have support, and you have assets. Okay, so under children, what we need to discuss, or what's going to be part of the divorce, is how are you going to make decisions related to your child's future. And there's really 4 major decisions that need to be made: education, extracurricular, health, and religion. And so we have to determine, are those decisions going to be made together, jointly? 99% of the time they're going to be jointly made. Other times it might be sole decision making, meaning that we can pick and choose, or there might be a difference. Okay, maybe one parent makes choices on education and the other one on extracurricular activities. So we have to get an idea of, okay, are we going to really be arguing about decision making or not? The second area of concern is going, as it relates to children, is going to be parenting time, right? What is the schedule going to be between the 2 of you? How many days of the week are they going to be with mom? How many days of the week are they going to be with dad? So that's kind of area 1, the children. The other area that we're concerned about in a divorce is going to be the support, right? How much is child support going to be? if any, and how much is maintenance going to be, if any. And again, this is going to be determined by income, and so it's very important that if you can bring income, or you know how much you make, you know how your spouse makes it, we might be able to provide those numbers right up front. The third area is going to be division of assets or property, right? And so having an idea of, okay, what businesses are involved, what accounts are involved, what houses, real property is there involved. One question that I get a lot, or that I ask a lot, is the equity, right? How much equity do you have in the house? And so what equity means is the value of the property minus any outstanding mortgage balance is going to be the equity. And so in a divorce, that's what we're really concerned about, are those primary areas. And also to identify and kind of teach the client how certain things work. For example, marital property, right? Marital property is any property that you acquire from the date of marriage to the date of divorce is all going to be split. So, this is where the questions now come in of, okay, what about my retirement account? What about this account? What about my business account? Yes, all of that is going to be divided. And so that's the first part of my spiel. And then the second part of my spiel really deals with the court process, right? Letting people know that it's not an overnight process, especially if you disagree on any of these 6 areas. If you disagree on any one of these 6 areas, your case is going to take time. Okay, and the way that the court works is that you don't go to court the very first day and now everything is decided. No, on the first court date, you're just letting the judge know that, okay, we filed a divorce. Judge wants to make sure that, finances are exchanged, wants to see if you could work out a schedule. And on average, a case takes about a year, and you could review the other videos related to the divorce process. So that's the other part of the divorce consultation. And finally is kind of identifying, as we alluded to already, the special issues in the case, right? Are there immigration issues? Is there certain properties that you bought beforehand or afterhand? And then at the end, we give our retainer quote, okay? We've talked about the cost of divorce before, but by the end of the divorce consultation, I will give a retainer quote. Typically, it's going to be between $3,000 to $5,000. I mean, there are cases that might be a $10,000 retainer, depending on the complexity of your case. And as we've explained before, that retainer payment is a prepayment, right? And so most attorneys are going to charge hourly and basically bill you for the amount of time that it takes. So at the end of the month, that $3,000 retainer that you got, that's not actually going in the attorney's pocket. Rather, it's sitting in a separate account, and then we take your invoice from that $3,000 until there's no more. And then typically what we'll do is if everything is great, is we will just send invoices and then we pay the invoices. If there's a big trial coming up, there's something big coming up, we might ask for an additional retainer. So that's really what happens in a consultation. I don't think you should worry really about providing everything on the very first date. I don't think you have to worry about really providing your entire story or convincing the attorney why you need a divorce or why you deserve a divorce. Our job is to let you know how the legal process works, what you can expect in court. And really, it's an opportunity for us to meet each other to see if you can trust me, if I want to work on your case based off of your demands, based off your goals, if those things align, if our values align. That's where we can make that decision. So I really do think that doing a consultation, paying for a consultation is very important. And at the same time, there's no need to be intimidated. And so I hope that this video was helpful. And I know it's a little all over the place, but I hope I kind of outlined how that 30-minute consultation might go. So if you stay till the end of the video, hit the like button, subscribe for future videos. If you want to learn more about divorce, especially as it relates to Muslims, subscribe. Check out my other videos. Until next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.